Hi folks, Mark here at the Ponderosa. Today I'm doing a cleanup of Corfu. Let's have a look. As you can see, it's a mess. I gotta get rid of these trellises, clean out some of this dead stuff. Kale that's barely hanging on. Some stock plants that need to be cleaned up. Another kale that's barely hanging on. I'm going to be planting these are what I think violas, just for some color to hold us over. It's the middle of winter. Here's another dead plant. I'll get rid of that. So I'm going to clean this up. I've got a few peas growing over here. So I'm going to leave those and just let this go through winter. Just clean it up and put some color in there. When spring comes, I'm going to do a more thorough cleanup and add more soil and stuff like that. So this is going to be kind of like a garden 20 cleanup, maybe a little longer. So let's just go with it. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start with these trellises here, and these morning glories are they're just going to have to go. There is a poppy in there, so I'll let that go. Yeah, I'm just going to pull up this. There's plenty of morning glory around the edge here, so there we go. Take that whole. There we go. All right, I do want to get rid of this chicken wire fence eventually, but not today. All right, and I'll take these little stakes out. You don't need these. We're staking something up. Got a couple of really nice poppies going here. I don't know what this is. I think that's a weed, so I'll pull that. Here we go. So I'm going to harvest this as much of this kale as I can, and then just pull up the rest. We'll leave. That doesn't even look good, so I'm just going to pull the whole thing up. Let's look over here. So I'm going to harvest this one right here, and just pull up the rest of that. We don't need that anymore. Get rid of these stakes. That looks pretty eaten. This looks good. Save that one. This one's kind of still going. You know what? I'm going to let this one go. I'm going to cut all the dead stuff off. It's got some kind of, what am I trying to say? It's got some kind of powdery mildew on it, so I need to get rid of all that. But then I can spray it, some copper spray. I'll reach around and get these other ones. That one can go. And these can all go. And I'll just let this little growth. These look like they're going to turn into another big plant. So I'll leave these little, all this growth here. See what comes of that. I have one kale plant left. I don't see anything else to harvest. And this is pretty good, but there's something growing right next to it. So let's grab that. Yeah, you see there's all these little poppies growing, so I'll let those grow. All right, this was the garden blend. So I got different kinds I didn't know. That was obviously a blue leaf curl, and I think that was too, but I think we had some Russians in there too. Some red kale and whatnot. So that's the end of that. Let's just clean up this stalk here. See if it will blossom again. So this is what stalk looks like. I've been planting it here, planting the seeds. I wonder if these are stalk plants. I'm going to let these grow, little seedlings grow, and see if they're stalk plants. But you can see what the seed pods look like. This is what the seed pods look like. So you just wait till those dry out, you peel them open, and drop the seeds. And I'm hoping these are stalk. We'll see. So we have lots of peas here. I'm just going to let these peas grow. I'm going to leave these sticks and everything here. But I see a dead, is that a marigold or something? The marigolds are pretty much annual around here, so, and we'll just replace these all with violas and pansies. Last but not least, we're going to clean up this corner over here. Again, well, I think this was a, oh, it says here, bonsai mix, yeah, marigolds. This is the bonsai mix, marigolds. Oh, there's another one. They look really nice. Good for pollinators. All right, we are getting close to done. All I have to do is plant my flowers. And so what are these? This is a pansy. Oops, there is the label. It's a pansy. We got these all for $1 at the clearance rack at our local garden center. Always check that clearance rack, folks. You are going to find some really good specials there. All right, doing your garden on a budget. And this one's very root bound, so this is going to work out well. Let's get this guy in the ground. There you go. There, that looks cheerful. And let's put one right here. The ground looks good. Ground is moist. Dead root. And this time, these are viola. These are a little bit small. I love the colors. The blue, the purple and the yellow together is just really, really, really striking. So I'm going to put one of those right next to that. Where next? I think we need one right here. Splash of color right here. How many did I buy? I guess I bought 6 of these. So, another pansy. Oh boy, this one's not going to come out. There we go. Very, very root bound. All right, so get in there and start growing. We've got 3 more. I think I'm going to plant definitely 2 over here. Ooh, I like this one. Another viola. I keep forgetting we have this method we use for planting containers like this. We'll just pack it in there. Now, gently lift this out. And down you go. Up another pansy here. And I want to put this somewhere right in the middle. What do you think? Or more towards the edge? Oh, how about right here? Yeah, there we go. There we go. And last one. Get in there. There we go. Oh, that one's really, you get that really, really root bound. All right, let's get it in there, see how it does. All right, I'll get you some water. It needs to be a little deeper. There we go. There we go. Get you in there. Get you some water. These were pretty dry, so let's get them watered in. And we like using water from our rain barrels here when watering in new plants. Get some fresh rainwater in there. All right, let's water these in. I'm going to water the rest of these. Water the peas. Everything good watering. Forgot to clean up. This guy here is a basil plant. And I'm going to cut that off. And just let it grow. See if I can get any more extension out of that. Looks fine for now. The rest of it looks great. And then one last thing I'm going to do. This is called Repels All. This is just different organic spices and garlic and stuff. It's an odor repellent, and I just spray this around the edge. All right, so just along the top of the fence here, you'll notice I'm wearing gloves because it's kind of really stinky stuff. I don't want to get this on my hands. This seems to sort of kind of work. It slows them down at least a little bit. All right. And just because this bunny is so persistent, I'm following up with powdered stuff just around the perimeter. So you just sprinkle stuff on the ground, the perimeter, the same stuff in the powder form, hopefully prevent them from even getting close. Well, thanks for watching. We're done with this. This is Corfu. I call it Corfu. It's named after an island in the Mediterranean off Greece. Beautiful emerald blue, sapphire blue waters if you ever get there. People are wonderful. Anyway, I'm out here today just cleaning it up. Not really doing a renovation. It's middle of winter, so when spring rolls around, I'm going to do a total cleanup and replanting of stuff. But for today, I just wanted to get things cleaned up and get some color. Let's have a closer look. So I planted, this is a pansy and this is a viola. So two kinds of plants. Again, there's a basil plant still growing, a couple poppies, some morning glory, beautiful morning glories, beautiful violet morning glories. So we just let those run wild. And then there's a bunch of peas here still growing. They got eaten back. They're still growing. So I'm gonna let them grow and see how that goes. And there's this beautiful stalk plant that's been growing for a year now. So that's still going. There's another one in the corner. And there's another violet, a pansy, kale, pansy, a pansy. And again, lots of peas. So hopefully we're gonna have a nice crop of peas this spring. So there it is. Turned out to be more of like a garden 50 than a garden 20. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Give us a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Thanks for joining us. Ponderosa Garden Adventures. We'll see you next time.